Yeah. 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 So many lies that you hear from the net, they don't get her respect. She reporting the truth, not a check. You want an unbiased opinion straight from the chest, not a bit of conflict or someone here for a check. Tune in, these are thoughts from a lawyer on a mission who goes so hard it's like she works on commission. Trolls in the comments might say she tripping cause they lack the knowledge, they don't know they missing. Got a couple current events that you like, wanna know about law from the eyes. Tired of all these blogs running lies because their agenda's a disguise. Tune in to the intellect, cause I'm sure y'all missing all the facts of the case that she steady is gifting. Someone here for the people, man, it's so uplifting. If you ain't subscribed yet, then you just omitting facts.
Hello, everyone. It is Pam Esquire, also known as Your Law Intellect. If you are new here, welcome. We welcome you once. We welcome you twice. If you have been rocking with your girl for a minute, welcome back. Thank you so much for all of your continued support. If you all will be so kind as to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already, it would help other people know that we are over here live. And today, we will be talking about Tyrese Gibson. See, normally I don't really talk about him, but when he went live on yesterday on his Instagram and said, guys, I'm laying my clothes out because I might get arrested when I go to the hearing in the morning. I said, huh? What is he talking about? He said, the judge is correct. I need everyone that can get a Rule 22 to come in and get the footage and watch this travesty that may take place. But I'm prepared. I said, oh, okay. I have a prenuptial agreement. I just need folks, if they abided by the prenuptial agreement. I said, what do they have to do with child support, sir? When you have kids, typically you can't negotiate the rights of your kids. But hey, who am I? So he kept on. I was like, he was not the same. He just is not the same Tyrese, the one we saw over on the Pepsi commercial. Sweet lady, would you be my sweet love for a lifetime? I'll be there if you need me. Da 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 da. Now any other day I would play it cool, but I can't now, 'cause I want you. Like what happened to that doggone Tyrese? Did we miss something here? But anyway, okay, y'all. So he's over there begging for the people to come down there. I don't know what he wanted us to do. Did you pay? Did you not pay? Like, I really didn't understand exactly what was happening. You know what I'm saying? So this morning I said, well, let me watch the docket. Let me see what happens. So I posted on Instagram that he obviously lost, like he got held in contempt of court because his attorney is trying to file a motion for a bond, a supersedis bond. And the reason you file a supersedis bond, if you guys had been following the YSL trial, is so that you can be out on bond pending your appeal. Now, apparently, Tyrese has been appealing all of this stuff that had to do with child support and all of that for a while, and the attorney fees that he had to pay. What I'm not understanding about Tyrese is it feels like to me, and that's why I tagged him. Everybody's like, don't tag Tyrese. You don't even want no conversation with him because we don't need him in the chat. Like that's what they were saying. But I want to get Tyrese, like, what is your thought process? Because I'm trying to understand why you think you should pay the same amount as somebody that make $20 an hour. I get it. People are always like, it don't take that much to pay for kids. It don't cost that much. I only spend $1,000 a month. Well, that's probably because that's all you can afford is $1,000 a month. Tyrese makes more money than that. So therefore, it's going to be ordered for him to pay more money. That's just like basic mathematics. And I'm going to show you. Apparently, listen, and I want, like, for real, I want to know Tyrese's thought process because every time he's about to go to court, he puts us in this group chat and we all got to know about this. So I'm trying to understand what his legal thought process is. That's what I'm trying to understand. So this is the motion that was filed. Okay. The motion that was filed, because you guys know I had to look it up because I just be wanting to know. Like, help me help you, Tyrese, because I'm trying to help you out, bro. I don't want you going out like that. Even though let me tell y'all this quick story. If Dev on here, he'll tell y'all. The last time Tyrese was here, he was in Detroit with Escape and a bunch of other people, like a lot of groups from the 90s. And Tyrese gave me this rose, right? He gave me the rose. And I met some of my friends there. So I went by myself, but I met some people there because my secretary is the aunt to one of the people from my former secretary and friend is the aunt to one of the members of Escape. So she had the tickets and stuff. So we go down there or whatever. And Tyrese gave me the flower. He was like, singing this thing. He gave me the flower. I took him like, okay. I got about like all the groups because I was so close. I was like on the second row or something. They all was giving out roses, right? Baby, I took that rose and my friend was like, you taking that home? I was like, why wouldn't I take it home? It's just a little flower. I came in the door. Dad was like, who the hell gave you that flower? I was like, Tyrese. He was like, Tyrese. I said, yeah. He was like, and you thought you should bring that home? I was like, it's just a flower. Like, it ain't like I'm going home with the guy. But baby, that is so funny. Every time I mention Tyrese, he gonna talk about this damn flower. Every single time he gonna talk about this flower. He said he didn't care. Don't you ever bring no man home no flower, no man that ever gave you. I promise you. I wasn't even thinking like that. My friend said it was like, girl, you about to bring that flower home. I was like, what I'm supposed to do with it? I was like, huh? That junk was funny. Hey, sister. This is my sister here. So anyway, let's go. Let's move on. But yeah, that's my Tyrese story. He was sitting there like, and he don't hardly sing at his concerts neither. So like, he's sitting there. He only got. I didn't realize how many songs that I don't really know. I guess so. I know like "Sweet Lady," of course. I know like the signs, the zodiac signs, and it's about 3-4 songs that I do. So he did like covers, but in between he just talked like how he do on Instagram. He kept talking. Then he got mad at the people because they had so many people on the show. He was supposed to be the headliner, but the time was up. They only rent the building for so long. So they was telling them like, wrap this thing up in 10 minutes. He was like, they telling me to wrap this up, but y'all don't want me to wrap this up, do you? Y'all don't want to wrap this up. So y'all want me to keep singing? They was kept in his ear like, buddy. Yeah. We don't care who you are. Y'all done booked this for this amount of time. You got to go. But he talked almost the whole time. Like he was talking. Then he had all these sets of roses. Then he was doing things like if you were sitting next to somebody, like a male, he almost wanted to give you a rose because of that. So he was like, is that your woman? Stand up. You're not mad that I'm giving her a rose, are you? I was like, this. But he did way more talking than he did singing. Then he got mad at the people. Then I think the band started and he said the band was wrong. He's like, no, 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 no. Hold up. I was like, Lord have mercy. Oh, gosh. If my husband felt like me getting a flower at a little event and he threw it to different people in the audience and probably never even paid my face any attention, we need to seek therapy immediately because we got problems. That's all I'm saying right there. Okay. He just like, no. You said Jody. Listen here. He is. But the way he sit up there and he's like, the corrupt system over there, this judge, we've been trying to remove him for the longest. Like, speed this thing that, sir. Anyways, let's say this is what his and she doesn't really come out much, and whenever she does come out they find little clips his ex-wife to try to make it something, but she don't really talk. I'm very impressed with his current girlfriend because there's no way you just gonna be sloppy and upset and depressed over somebody else in our house all the time. That just ain't gonna work for me. But to each his own. So this is from Samantha. So this is what the motion was. This is the third post-judgment motion for citation of contempt for failure to pay child. Third, number 3. On September 21st, 2020, White filed her petition for divorce and other relief. A final trial was held on the above style action on August 29th of 2022 and August 30th of 2022. The court entered its final judgment and decree of divorce on February 14, 2023, non-pro-tunc, August 30th, 2022. Basically, they backdated. They probably had the wrong date on it, so then they just do it non-pro-tunc, which is basically everything stands, but you just change the date. A true and correct copy of the final decree is attached here too as Exhibit A. Pursuant to paragraph 27 of the final decree, respondent father is required to pay the sum of $10,690 as child support on the first day of each month for the support and maintenance of the party's minor child. Following the entry of the final decree, father failed and refused to pay the proper amount of court-ordered child support, and mother was forced to file her first motion for citation of contempt on March 2nd, 2023. Following a hearing on May 4th, 2023, this court entered its order granting petitioner's motion for contempt, holding father in willful contempt due to his failure to pay the proper monthly lump sum child support amount. A true and correct copy of the order granting petitioner's motion for contempt filed May 4, 2023 is attached. On July 5th, 2023, mother was forced to file her second post-judgment motion for citation of contempt for failure to pay child support following another hearing on October 3rd, 2023. So this is within the same year, okay? You got held in contempt May 4th, June, July, August. 5 months later, you was back in court. This court entered its order granting petitioner's post-judgment motion for contempt. A true and correct copy of the contempt order is attached here too as Exhibit C. The contempt order provides, quote, respondent Tyrese Gibson shall make all future child support payments of $10,690 per month as ordered by this court in a timely manner until further ordered otherwise. Petitioner filed her third post-judgment motion for citation for failure to pay child support on January 18th of 2024, so the beginning of the year, due to the father's failure to pay child support pursuant to this court's order. Father's response to the same was filed with the court on or about February 19, 2024, claiming an inability to pay. So he responded and said he ain't got it. That was his response to that one. He ain't got it. So when he was on live saying that the attorney was asking for bank statements and records and looking at his IMD and looking to see what he's doing, as a lawyer is supposed to do. When you're saying you don't have it, I'm going to go find somebody, an investigator, or do it myself to find whatever money that you do have that you saying you ain't got. So him going on there like, what do you need that for? Why is the lawyer asking for that? Because you said you ain't got it. Okay, that's why the lawyer's asking for that. Amended count 1, failure to pay child support. Since December of 2023, father has only paid mother child support in the amount of $3,500 per month. Despite this court's order and despite father having been found in willful contempt by this court twice on May 4, 2023 and October 3rd, 2023 for failure to pay the full, underline, in bold, amount of child support due to mother. Screenshot of father's improper $3,500 monthly payments from December 2023 through September 24th is attached here too as Exhibit D. Let's go on down to Exhibit D. Because how you just gonna say, listen, look at this. How are you just gonna decide, I don't like the 10,000, but I'll pay you 3,500 though. He told the court, I don't like the 10,000. That seemed like too much money. But I pay 3,500 though. Can you just take that? Let me see if this works. Let me call my light company. Let me see. Let me call my light company and see. Hello? Yes. Yeah, I customer service. Customer service. So my light bill is like $500, but I prefer to pay $250. Is that cool? Oh, that's cool if I want my lights cut off. Oh, okay. I was just double checking because I was over here going over this Tyrese complaint. He basically told the court he want to pay 3,500. He don't want to pay the 10,000. So I was just double checking to see. I was just double checking to see if things have changed. Shoot, let me see if the gas company will go for it. Let me see. No, let me call my credit card company. Let's see if they'll go for it. Cause I really don't want to pay the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeling like, shoot, out of 10,000, maybe 2 is good. That's all I'm saying. I think 2 is good. That's basically what he said. I'm just gonna do the 3,500. What? Look at this, Tyrese. No, you didn't just say I'm gonna pay $3,500 because that's what I think is applicable here. Let's move on because I digress. As detailed in the summarized Exhibit E, attached here too, father has a current child support arrearage owed to mother totaling $71,900. He owed this lady $71,000. Thank you, GC, for the super chat. She said this is something for hood court. It's not negotiable. Tyrese. It's time for Tyrese to go do some fast and some furious. He needs to be back on there. Sweet lady, would you be my sweet love for a lifetime? Do we got any promoters out here? Any promoters out here? Because Tyrese is going to need to do a couple of shows. Okay. Tyrese is going, because Fulton County is sick of this. Okay. The judge was like, you're held in contempt the third time. Like, come on, bro. We need some promoters out here because he does have a new album. I don't know how the album is doing. But yeah, that's let's move on. Let's go on. Cynthia said Jody seriously needs to supply a Zoloft. Do need some intervention. I think he is on some type of, Shayla said this is hood and ghetto. Are one of you guys going to represent him over there in the law offices of hood and ghetto? Okay, so father has shown repeated, blatant, and flagrant disrespect for this court and its authority. Tyrese Gibson clearly does not care what this court orders regarding child support, as he simply pays what he wants. Ain't that what I just said? That's pretty much what he said. He's going to pay what he wants to pay. Father's failure to pay mother the child support ordered by this court is willful, intentional, and a challenge and affront to this court for the third time. Basically, like, Judge, you gonna let him get away with this? Judge, he daring you. He's like on the playground doing this with your shoulder. You know how when you was about to fight. I don't know why we used to do that. You about to fight and you like moving your shoulder like this, or you doing like this. like he daring you, Judge. He's calling you out to see like what you gonna do. So let's go on. Mother respectfully requests that father once again purge himself of the civil contempt by remitting to mother the child support arrearage as of the filing of this motion for contempt in the amount of $71,900 in addition to the interest accrued therein. So basically, when you purge yourself, it's pay this money and then you won't be in contempt anymore. So that's the way you can purge yourself and get out of contempt. Mother should be awarded her attorney fees and expenses of litigation pursuant to OCGA 19-6-2 sub A. Wherefore, mother respectfully prays that her amended third motion for citation of contempt be allowed and ordered as filed. B, that the court enter an order that all relief requested in her amended third motion for citation of contempt be granted. And C, the court enters an order finding father in willful civil contempt of the final decree in the court's October 3rd, 2023 order. That the court enter an order that father pay the mother the remaining balance owed for father's December 2023 through September 2024 child support obligation of $71,900. See, look how much money he saved by just paying what he wanted to pay. That the court enter an order awarding mother interest on the unpaid portion of her child support that has accrued thereon. That the court award mother her attorney fees and expenses of litigation associated with this motion. That the court, in making its finding of willful contempt, impose any and all appropriate sanctions on filer that the court deems just and appropriate, and for such other further relief as this court deems just and equitable under these here circumstances. That is what she was asking, and that's why they were in court on this morning. So I wasn't able to confirm that he actually was arrested. I seen that from TMZ. Could that be a sanction? Perhaps, but he did do a request for a supersedis bond, and so that would prevent that from from happening. Let me go to my page. Let's see. So here is. So I'm going to share the bond request. It's not the entire, it was just the first page that I took a screenshot of. I have it posted over on my Instagram. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I do actually respond I post every now and then. I would respond more if you guys interact with me like you guys were doing on this Tyrese post. Hold on. Let's see. I gotta see if I can get the full document. Hopefully I'll have it by the end of before the live is over. Hold on. Okay. Hopefully I have it by the end so I can have the whole document. So I posted this notice of intent to appeal. That's how I knew he lost. When I seen that get filed, his attorney must have filed that while she was sitting at the table, honey, because this was filed at 12:31. Comes now, Tyrese Gibson responded in the above style action and pursuant to OCGA sections 5-6-13 sub A, files this notice of his intent to appeal the ruling of the court that was entered on September 9, 2024, finding him in contempt for the failure to pay child support. OCGA section 5-6-13 sub A provides that a judge of any trial court or tribunal having the power to adjudge and punish for contempt shall, which means makes it mandatory when you shall grant to any person convicted of or adjudged to be in contempt of court a supersedis upon application and compliance with the provision of law as to appeal and cert where the person also submits within the time prescribed by law written notice that he intends to seek review of the conviction or adjudication of contempt. It shall not be in the discretion of any trial court judge to grant or refuse or supersede it in cases of contempt. So that's why I said he may have posted bond. I'm not sure. So I'm not sure what TMZ's reporting is. But as you guys see, y'all go over there and talk on the on my Instagram. If you don't follow me, it's pam.esq as you see. And I just put on there, according to court documents, Tyrese Gibson has been filed in contempt of court this morning for failure to pay child support. His attorney has already filed his notice of appeal. And then I added, Tyrese, did you pay or not? I'm just trying to get clarification on what's going on over there in Fulton County. I think everybody should have a right. And then my girl Jess was like, please don't summon him over in your space. I just wanted to know, like, am I missing something here? Because all I can do is pull up the court documents. That's all I got. That's all I have. So I was just trying to get information. I think the best reporting is when you actually, give people a chance. All right, Jess, I hear you, sis. I hear you. So anyway, so the final judgment of decree was actually on here. What paragraph did they say it said the $10,000? Let me see. Paragraph, let's go to paragraph 27. Because this is the final order from the judge. Let's see. 27. Ooh, that's pretty lengthy. Accordingly, the court having found a high income deviation to be appropriate in this matter, hereby sets child support as follows. Direct child support payments beginning September 1st of 2022 and continuing being due and payable via electronic transfer on the first day of each and every month thereafter. Husband shall pay the wife child support in the amount of $10,690 per month for the support and maintenance of the child. The herein obligation for child support shall continue until such time as the child dies, marries, becomes fully self-supporting or otherwise emancipated, or reaches the age of 18, whichever shall first occur. However, that for so long as the child is enrolled in high school on a full-time basis pursuing a high school degree, such support shall continue to be paid, but in no event shall such support be required after the child reaches the age of 20 years. So let me look at the order from the first one. Order granting, so this is the first order granting the motion for contempt that was back in May of 2023. Petitioner Samantha filed a petition for contempt on court on March 2nd, 2023, alleging that respondent Tyrese Gibson, hereinafter father or husband, failed to pay the full amount to the court ordered monthly child support and failed to pay the lump sum child support awarded. This matter was scheduled for an in-person hearing on April 25th, 2023, pursuant to notice filed March 7, 2023. All parties in counsel appeared at the designated date and time for a hearing. The court having received evidence and having heard oral arguments of counsel finds and orders as follows. A final trial was held in the above style action on August 29, 2022 and August 30th. The court entered its final judgment and decree of divorce on February 14th, 2023. And then it got paragraph 27 that we just read. Despite the express terms of the final decree, husband has failed and refused to issue the full monthly child support payment to wife and instead has only paid $2,236 per month. So he started out even lower than the $3,500. He was like, I think she deserves $2,200. So that was the first one. He was only paying $2,200. As he has unilaterally determined and paid since October 2020. As of April 25th, father has a monthly child support arrearage owed to mother in the amount of $67,632. The court finds respondent Tyrese Gibson to be in willful contempt. To purge himself of said contempt, it is ordered that respondent Tyrese Gibson shall pay via electronic transfer to mother the principal amount on or before 9 a.m. Monday, May 15, 2023. The court has also considered the applicable factors set forth in OCGA section 7-4-12.1 and finds that 1, no good cause existed for father's non-payment of the full child support amounts. 2, payments of the interest would not result in substantial and unreasonable hardship for father. Number 3, applying the interest would not enhance or detract from the father's current ability to pay child support. And 4, the waiver or reduction of interest will result in substantial and unreasonable hardship to the mother in light of the circumstances. It is thereafter ordered that respondent Tyrese Gibson shall also pay via electronic transfer to mother the accrued interest in the amount of $1,682 before 9 a.m. on Monday. In sum, to purge himself of contempt with respect to the monthly child support arrearage, it is ordered that Tyrese, you got to pay $69,314. So, what does this say? Pursuant to paragraph 34 of the final decree, husband shall pay the wife transfer the sum of $163,093. So this was another amount, I guess, on or before October 30th. The court provided father approximately 60 days from the conclusion of the final trial to pay said amount. Respondent father and his counsel filed a motion to recuse the undersigned judge, which motion was denied by Judge Henry Newkirk on February 14th. The filing of respondent father's motion had the natural effect of delaying the entry of the final decree until February 14th. Nevertheless, even giving father 60 days from February 14th to pay the required amount to mother, respondent still has not paid any amount towards the lump sum child support awarded to mother. So he, at this time, he also was supposed to pay a lump sum, I'm assuming, for the months that he should have been paying while they were going through these procedures. The court finds respondent Tyrese Gibson to be in willful contempt. The court has considered the factors as stated above with respect to the lump child support due. It is therefore ordered that father shall pay the interest. So they're tacking on interest every time he doesn't pay these amounts. $5,536. So in order to purge himself, he's got to send it to the council's, to his attorney's IOTA account at that time by the $168,629.23. Okay. The parties in council are ordered to appear for a show cause hearing on Monday, May 23rd, I guess, to make sure that he complied with it. Okay, that was the first one. This is an order granting petitioner's second one. Same kind of beginning. It says the same. Despite the express terms of the final decree, husband has failed and refused to issue the full monthly amounts to wife and instead has unilaterally chosen to pay $3,500 per month in July, August, September, and October. As of October 2nd, 2023, father has a monthly child support arrears in the amount of $28,760. The court again found respondent Tyrese Gibson to be in willful contempt. To purge himself of the contempt, he was ordered to pay by electronic transfer to $28,760 by that Wednesday, October 4th of 2023. And basically the same thing. It's no good cause for any of this stuff. We don't have to go over all those factors. And it said, so basically to purge yourself. Now you got more interest that you had to pay on this in the amount of $396.07. So that was tacked on to the $28,760 that had to be paid by October 4, 2023. And that was the amount of $29,156.07. Now we back in court this morning, Tyrese. You was on live on yesterday. Okay, you guys hit that like button. Okay, hit that like button for me. Y'all got me working on today talking about Tyrese. Yeah, he has control. That's what it sounded like, Diamonds and it sounds like control issues. That's exactly what it sounds like. Power Dynamic, thank you for the super chat. You said, can we say Baby Boy wasn't just a movie? Tyrese is representing that movie hard. Thanks for your excellent work. Thank you so much for the super chat and thank you for your comment. Let me see. Let's find what he making. Let's see. So where did this 30? I did see something about the 3,500. So I think he was okay. So what happened with the child support is at trial, each party introduced into excuse me. At trial, each party introduced into evidence his and her respective child support worksheets and schedules. Husband CSW was introduced as Respondents Exhibit 12, and Weiss was introduced as Petitioners Exhibit 7. Both CSWs included a proposed high income deviation. Specifically, wife requested this court order ongoing monthly child support from husband in the amount of $10,690. And husband requested this court set his ongoing monthly child support to $3,500. So he was requesting this amount and was not granted it during the actual trial. So he just said, I'm gonna do what I want to do. So here's the income. It says, nevertheless, despite the extensive financial and income related exhibits introduced into evidence by the parties and the related testimony, a singular constant remained related to husband. His verified DRFA introduced into evidence as Petitioner's Exhibit 44 admits husband earns gross monthly income in the amount of $275,000. So that's how much he made, according to this, when trial happened, $275,000. He only want to pay $3,500. And the judge ruled the court ruled 10,000, the 10,690 was the appropriate amount. As wife, it was uncontroverted. She is employed full-time, and her she's a licensed clinical social worker earning gross monthly income of $5,720 as a W-2 and employee. In addition to the wife's work as an LCSW, she admitted to gross monthly income from 3 separate side hustles through Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Patreon. The amount wife earns from her self-employment income varies from month to month as reflected on her checking account statements. The wife's self-employment income is variable. Her bank statements and DFRA show, and the court finds the average gross monthly amount earned by wife from self-employment is $2,160. So she makes on Facebook, between Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Patreon, it gave her an additional $2,100 per month, but she makes $5,720. So she makes about $8,000 per month compared to his $275,000. So let me see his supersedes the full bond. Oh, that sheet didn't have much on it. It just said, wherefore defendant prays that the enforcement of the order be stayed and supersedes be granted pending resolution of the appeal. So again, his attorney immediately filed an appeal. I'm about to pull it up. Bond request that I had on my Instagram page. Let's pull that up right quick. Make sure you guys hit the like button on your way in. Subscribe to the channel if you are new here. So this was the notice of intent to appeal. So immediately when he was found in contempt, his attorney did appeal, for those of you that just came in. And it has basically Tyrese Gibson is the respondent, and pursuant to the law, filed the notice of his intent to appeal the ruling of the court that was entered on September 9th. I'm trying to understand what he's appealing exactly. Were you or were you not just paying a certain amount of money? That's easily verifiable whether you were paying the $10,000 a month or not. So I didn't see any receipts that you paid over $10,000 per month. So what are we appealing exactly? Let's look him up. Has he been on Instagram yet? Well, he might not be, because if he hasn't gotten out yet. Let's go find Tyrese on Instagram. I didn't plan on doing this on today. Messing around with Tyrese. Let's go to his page. See, look at him. Can someone please put me in touch with 3 people that are in the higher ups at Atlanta Journal, the biggest news outlet in all of Atlanta, also the New York Times and the New York Post, the Daily Mail, and TMZ. Like, for what? So now he got, my ex recently called Zelly a Jezebel. I think we all confused. You leave your husband and now you mad that I've moved on and I'm happy with the woman that never asked to be here. The gaslighting and self-victimization is real. Huh?
So I can get some inspiration.
I don't know. I can't do Tyrese like this on here, but if y'all want to go mosey on over there to his page, he's been talking about it for a minute. Let's see if he got something in his stories. No, he said, fight for democracy. I wish you were here to hold my hand this morning. I love you, Zelly. Rescue Timothy. Rescue? Oh, Jesus. Didn't he say the same stuff about his first wife? All I can say is, that's all I got. Sweet lady, would you be my sweet love for a lifetime? I'll be there when you need me. Just call and receive me. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Listen, he gonna have to just do some more shows. That's it. That's just the bottom line. I mean, I don't know. I get it. Again, maybe it's just a strategy because you can't get your money back. He ready to he willing to just keep doing this over and over again until the appeals process comes. That's what I think he might be doing. What y'all think? What y'all think he doing? Y'all let me know. All right. Anyway, it's over 1,000 of you guys. Thank you guys for rocking with your girl. According to Dennis, he was taken into custody. However, he is currently attempting to purge himself, i.e., he about to write that check. He's gonna be like, how much did you say that I have to pay to get out of here? I don't do well in jail. I'm good. I don't do well in jail. So let me write this $71,000 that I probably made a couple of weeks ago. And I am going to give you this money. So that's that. You said don't start crying. He's upset. You know what I'm saying? Let's see what the Shade Room had to say. Let's see. Y'all go follow me over on Instagram if you haven't done so already. Pam.esq. Let me see. Shade Room. Then you got Tory Lanez. I just posted that. Poor homeboy can't even keep recording over there in prison. He can't even do that no more. It's really goodness. Just oh, I can't find the Shade Room. Wait a minute. Shade Room. Oh, here it go. I'm like, I know the Shade Room done talked about it by now. Now I think I was the first one that kind of reported on it, but let me see. Tyrese arrested for unpaid child support and must pay $73K to be released. Tyrese has been taken into custody for unpaid child support and must come up with $73,000 in order to be released, according to TMZ TV. Including in the $73,000 is $7,500 for the mother of his child's attorney fees. The singer predicted this would happen on Sunday. He took to social media to vent about his legal battles, stating he felt he might be arrested soon. Denying a young black man. Oh, that's Nicki Minaj. That's the wrong one. Okay, let's see. That. I might be arrested in the morning in Atlanta. This was Tyrese yesterday. At 9 a.m. in the morning in Atlanta. I might be arrested in court. Let me put my earphones on. Samantha's lawyer, Adam Glecklin, and William Alexander, who are besties with the judge, Kevin M. Farmer, collusion. All of these names are very public knowledge because they are all very public judges and lawyers. We're all public, Tyrese. What are you even saying right now? They're very public judges and lawyers. Yep, you can look us all up on our bar. And you can probably look the judge up on the website. Anyway, the judges and lawyers demanded that I come to court and cancel my press and media for my 1992 movie and my new Beautiful Pain album interviews, and demanded that I come to court. Court is not predicated around your movies and stuff, sir. How about you pay this up? If you would have paid it on last week, you wouldn't even have to come to court. They would have canceled it. Because your ex-wife just asked that you purge yourself, i.e. pay for it. That's it. We are appealing, he said that in all caps, all of his rulings, and already have tried to get this judge thrown off the bench twice. The second time, we tried to get him recused from the bench. He actually denied his own request to be thrown off the bench. Imagine that. Sweet lady, would you be my... I don't know why I just keep hearing him singing this darn song. I gotta get off of here. Oh, Lord have mercy. If y'all hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed today's update on Tyrese Gibson and all his shenanigans. Tyrese, if you want to talk to your girl, you can always holler at your girl. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to know if this is your strategy, because what you said on the stand was a bunch of nothing. You didn't say anything. This is kind of how this goes. You get an order, you abide by the order. You don't abide by the order, then we have to hold you in contempt. Because if the judge, there's no consequence to people abiding by orders, then what the point is? There's no point of an order. If you have people that just say, oh, well, you said 10,000, I want to pay 3,500, then there's no point of an order. There has to be some type of punishment or something in place to make sure that you have some type of fear if you don't abide by this order. You show no fear. You just feel like I'm going to go to jail and then I'll just write a check. That's what it sounds like to me. But Tyrese, I wish you the best on your journey. And yeah, I don't know what else to say for you. You just keep on keeping on. You keep singing Sweet Lady and Zodiac Signs, and whatever other song that you had that I can't remember. What is Tyrese's songs? Because I don't want to keep doing you like this, Tyrese. Because I do like I liked you on Baby Boy, and I liked your songs back in the day. I really did. Tyrese Gibson songs. I can't just keep singing Sweet Lady. I gotta come with a new repertoire. Oh, how you gonna up? Oh, I got a new song, y'all, before we get off. How you gonna up and leave me now? How you gonna act like that? How you gonna up and leave me now? How you gonna act like that? This is so appropriate right now. Thank you, a lady, for the super chat. You said please reenact Tyrese in handcuffs. I'm not gonna do y'all like that. Lately, wait. Have I told you I love you lately? See, I have a few jams, okay? I forgot. I just forgot. It's been a long time. I don't know that song. I don't know that song. He got a lot of songs on here. I just don't know them, apparently. It say, what is Tyrese's biggest song? Sweet Lady, How You Gonna Act Like That, Pulling Me Back with Chingy, and What You Like with the Brat. Those are features, though. All right, y'all. I'm gonna holler at y'all next time. You know, we can sit up here and talk about Tyrese and his hits and the flower that he gave me that my husband got mad about all day. But I know you got work to do because I got work to do. Thank you guys so much for spending this hour with me. I appreciate. Thank you guys for all of your support. Thank you guys so much. Now, Tyrese, this is what I want you to do though. Don't come on social media and talk about the judge and drag the judge, because we're looking at the documents and what has happened in court. Now, I'm all for it. Now, I have sued the prosecutor's office before, okay? I have sued the police department before, so I understand that sometimes they do things that are not right. However, this order kind of speaks for itself, and it sounds like you just basically telling the order, you're using it as some type of paper for your you're using these documents perhaps as in the litter box if you have a cat, or you're using it like for dogs or whatever. I don't know what you're using it for. However, you're not using it for its purpose, and that is to abide by it. So what I want you to do when you get out, just don't say a thing, okay? Don't say anything. Just let it go. Pay what you got to pay and just let it go. Until next time, we're back on the bus, and I'll holler at you guys later.